Hello, my name is Greta Harrison. Welcome to Born Fabulous Podcast, Episode 10 of Season 2. The theme of this season is changing the world one friendship at a time. You will hear interviews with best friends. One person happens to have a disability and the other does not. This episode is the third of my interview with Sean McElwee and his best friend Sean Couevas. Both Seans are famous for being on A&E's groundbreaking show Born This Way. Sean McElwee was one of the main stars, and Sean Couevas was featured often as his best friend. Many of Sean Couevas' life milestones include Sean McElwee and are on film as part of the show. Sean McElwee owns Seanese, a t-shirt company. He stars in The Sean Show on YouTube and is also a keynote speaker. He is 25, loves his independence, and loves life in a quirky and fun way he is now known for. Sean McElwee has Down syndrome. Sean Couevas is the proud father of a son named Holden, who is 3. He is also an outside sales rep and all-around great guy. Sean Couevas is 36 and does not have a disability. Both Seans have a deep, fun, and interesting friendship. This episode will share more stories and what inclusion means to them. Please enjoy this short clip of Love is a Potion. The lyrics are by Melissa Riggio, who was the focus of episodes 1 through 4 in Season 1. The music and voice are by Rachel Fuller.
Love is everything. Love is all around. Love is a potion. Love is passion. Love is devotion. Love is fusion.
Now, speaking of Sean M. and girls, at the beginning of Born This Way, the audience was introduced to his strong, stubborn personality when he refused to, at the beginning, he really didn't want to give up on your girlfriend, Hillary, at the time before she was your wife. So let's talk about that, because some of the audience has maybe misunderstood intentions, or, there's editing and things that come into play. So why don't we talk about that experience?
Yeah. It was more playful than anything. But Sean can be persistent and
too annoying.
No, I wouldn't say it's annoying at all. I thought it was funny, but I know Sean, and I knew Sean going into that moment, and he's just a funny person. He wasn't really trying to steal my girlfriend. He was just being funny Sean, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Like a jokester, because I do jokes and everything.
Yeah.
Right, son?
Yeah, exactly.
And sometimes you get carried away, right, Sean M?
Yeah, because sometimes I got an anger problem.
Yeah, we all get angry at times, but sometimes your jokes go on a little bit too long, I think. But, and with the girls, you get a little carried away.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Sean M., this is a good time to talk about that. You really do make us laugh. And I just want the audience to understand that even though it was portrayed as you really going after Hillary too strongly, and maybe you did go after her a little too strongly, the fact is that the people who were really in the middle of this, which is Sean C. and Hillary, they understood you more than anybody else did, correct?
Yes, that's true.
And
but,
so,
sometimes, like other teammates, someone is going to say about I can be a Hillary because him is a love for her because it's really hard for it. But for me, I do understand it, but sometimes it's too much for it.
Yeah. He was always respectful. If I said, "Hey, you're doing a little bit too much," he would pull back and realize that he was getting a little carried away.
And not too much.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
And then you knew that he had good taste in girls, right, Sean C?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So let's talk about what your
Always want to get into the day.
What did he say?
He said dating. Let's talk about dating.
Okay, Sean M., go ahead. Talk about dating.
I'll just go at the clock. I love her a lot, and I'm gonna marry her.
Sean M., you really would like a serious girlfriend, and you really do want to settle down, right?
Yes, I something like that.
Okay. And you really do want to settle down with somebody, even though you kind of play the field and you've had a lot of girlfriends. Your goal is not to do that forever. Your goal is to settle down. Is that right?
Yes, but sometimes it's like for him, he's kind of a hand with Henry.
Oh, well, that's old. That's
That's back then now.
yeah.
That's back then. But we're talking about you. Your goal is to be married one day, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And I need a dream home.
And have a dream home. And we've learned it could happen, right?
Yes.
We've learned. And Sean C., is that your goal too for the future, or you're just going to take it as it comes?
I think so. I would like to.
You think
possibly in
so?
the future. Yeah.
Right.
And of course I want a dream home too. Doesn't everybody? And it could happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because Sean C. has fans too, you know. Sean M., you're not the only one with fans. Sean C. has fans too.
Yeah, for him, yes. But for me, I'm really special.
Well, of course. You are really special.
Yeah, exactly.
Sean C., let's ask this. Your background, had you ever met anybody with a significant disability before Sean M.?
Yeah, actually a close family friend who his dad, we always referred to as an uncle. He was one of my dad's friends he went to school with, had a son with Down syndrome. And I was raised with him as my cousin. And so we would spend a lot of time together. And he actually moved out of state, so I haven't seen him in a while. He lives mostly with his mom now. But we were really close growing up. And I actually was one of the, I forget exactly what they call it for Little League. I would go out there and help him when he would play baseball. And so I was really involved with his sports teams and everything.
Oh, that's really cool. And was he about the same age as you, or was he younger?
Yeah, he was 1 year younger.
He was 1 year younger. And so you grew up with him. In your high school, did you have anybody with disabilities included in your classes that you knew of?
Not in any of my classes. I knew some of the people at school, but there wasn't really any inclusion in my classes in high school, which I think would probably, I think it would have helped the dynamic of the classrooms if we did have it, definitely.
Well, I hope everybody heard you say that. Can you say that again one more time, a little louder? Go ahead.
I think just having more inclusion in the classrooms in high school would help with the dynamic in every classroom and would help everybody, not just people with special needs, but also typical people. It's definitely, I think Sean has done more for me in my life than I've done for him. Yeah. And it's just raising awareness and, there's more people out there in the world than our own selves.
That's really profound. Thank you for sharing that. And then have you had experience after your friend that you grew up with?
Yeah, when I was in the military, we housed some Special Olympic athletes in our barracks. And they came and lived with us for a few days on base, which was really cool. And one of the guys that lived with me, he was similar to Sean. He was very girl crazy. He wanted me to introduce him to every girl in the Air Force. So, besides the sporting events, I spent a lot of time introducing him to other airmen.
You mean air women, correct?
Well, yeah, that's
I'm teasing.
Women, but they're all called airmen.
I'm just teasing. That was a joke. That was purely a joke. But that's cute. So that's very refreshing because I personally did not know about the tie between the military and Special Olympics. So
yeah, I'm not sure if every base does it, but our base did it, which was pretty cool. It was definitely everybody enjoyed it. Everybody. I don't think there was a person that didn't volunteer to have someone stay with them. So it was pretty cool.
That's neat. Sean C., you're a very complex guy. There's a lot to the layers in all the very best way. So
thank you.
that's very good. And Sean M., we know that there's a lot to you as well. You're a lot to handle. You're a lot to handle, aren't you?
Not really.
Not really.
Pretty simple guy, Sean.
I think your mom might disagree.
Yeah, but a lot of fun though.
Yeah,
a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
But sometimes I do take it seriously about the whole dating thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, of course. There's a lot of things you take in your business. You take seriously too, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yes, you do.
Like 8 o'clock.
That's out of your business.
I do take it seriously.
Yeah, he's been serious with April Clark for a few weeks now. Right?
Yeah.
But you've had long, steady relationships. Your last one was pretty long.
And
Wasn't
that's
it?
Katie.
Kaylee?
Katie.
No.
From Las Vegas.
No.
You
had a girlfriend for like a year. Over a year.
You had a girlfriend for over a year. That's what Sean C. is talking about. Now, let's talk about what advice you might have for other people out there. And when I'm talking about advice, there might be people in places of worship, all different faiths, or there might be people in schools or in nonprofits, various areas, who might be interested in getting people with disabilities together with typical peers who do not have disabilities. And what advice would you have for them?
I got it.
Okay.
Some people I don't want to hear about no bullied in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that because no bullies means no good because they're getting fired from school, preschool, and teen high school and college or anywhere else because it's not right to do that. Like no bullies.
I agree. That's one thing. Inclusion, just hanging out, special needs or anybody with disabilities with somebody that's typical. I think it would lessen bullying. People have more experience with people different than themselves, and they wouldn't be, acting negatively towards people that they don't understand. And I think that's one of the benefits, but there's so many other benefits too, just having, relationships with people that aren't like you. You can understand other people. It helps with a greater understanding of the rest of the world, really.
Yeah, exactly. Like different disabilities.
Yeah, I mean, there's people with different disabilities. Doesn't mean that they can't be just as good of a friend as someone without disabilities. Even more so.
Or it's even harder. Like they can't understand them.
Yeah, sometimes people choose to not hang out with somebody because they can't understand them. But just being around somebody helps understand more.
Yeah, exactly. Like some things, some people like disabilities, they can't talk.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have to speak for him and stuff like that. Right, Sean?
Yeah, there was some people at Refuge that weren't verbal, but they still got involved and still did all the activities with us and developed friendships. They just communicated differently, which was great to see that you can communicate with people that don't have the same verbal abilities as you.
That's very cool.
It's really hurtful for a lot of people. It happens in schools.
Yeah, schools can be
Tough.
pretty hard. Yeah, with some kids.
Well, that's a powerful message because you started with bullying, and then Sean C., you ended with how we can all learn about each other and get along well. And I guess I just want to clarify for the people out there who are still hesitant and they say, well, I know it's a good thing to do and I want to do it, but I just don't know how. Was your program Refuge driven by demand from the church, or was it your pastor's idea, or whose idea was it?
You know what?
No?
I'm not sure how it was
I think it's me because I'm
Was your idea?
No, come on. I'm kidding.
Sean is kidding. Sean M is kidding. No, but you're not sure whose idea it was?
No, I got invited by my friend Pat, the one that actually went with us on the audition. And it had been going on for a while. And
His name is Dave Bullock.
oh yeah, Dave runs it. Dave's the leader that puts it on every week. And I think was involved with the Tesoro club, right?
Yeah.
It was like an after-school club at a school, and then I don't know what the correlation was with with Mountain View Church, but that's where he started it at Mountain View Church.
Okay. Well, I thank you for that. Thank you for listening to Born Fabulous Podcast's 10th episode of Season 2. I hope you enjoyed it and want to hear more. If you would like to see this episode, it is available on YouTube and on bornfabulouspodcast.com. The friendship between both Seans is a joy to see as well as hear. In episode 11, both Seans will talk about the Emmys, goals, advice, and brotherly love. To see some photos and videos of both Seans or to sign up for our email list, please go to www.bornfabulouspodcast.com. Please like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're also on Pinterest. I'd be honored if you would leave a review on Apple Podcasts. Now, please enjoy this clip of Love is a Potion. The lyrics are by Melissa Riggio, who was the focus of episodes 1 through 4 in Season 1. The music and voice are by Rachel Fuller.